Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is early. Not too early, but early. It's, what is it? 6:55 in the morning. I just took a shower. Just got out the shower because I just got through cleaning my house. My husband left at 4 o'clock this morning for work. So I took the day off yesterday. I would have been at work. I would have barely been getting off work in 5 minutes um, to come home. Well, yesterday would have been my Friday, but I took time off. I did. I did. Because I never take time off from work. I'm constantly at work. Constantly. I don't call out. I'm always on time. So I needed a day to relax a little bit and do my second job so I can make some extra money since we have our cruise coming up in August, and I can't wait. I can't wait. But anyways, my husband left at 4 this morning, so I got up real early, extra early, to make him some ackee and saltfish for his lunch. He ate a little bit for breakfast too. But yeah, so I made him some ackee and saltfish. So it smells a little fishy in my house right now, but in a good way, a good way. But yeah, my husband's an island man. He's from Jamaica. Yes, that is their national dish, but that is his favorite dish, and he will eat it day, night, evening, every minute, and every hour. He don't care what it is, but he wanted that for lunch. Right now, because it is Sunday, and Sunday when I get off work, so I usually come home, clean my house, put a load of laundry in, wash my sheets. I washed my blankets, my sheets. I did all that yesterday. They nice, fresh. Yes. Laundry I did yesterday. Um, as you can see, it's over there in that corner in that basket. I gotta still fold it, but my house is clean, nice and clean. Yes, 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 nice and clean house. All my rooms. My daughter in her room. She up early too. Summer break, so she in there playing Slap Battle on her PS5. Or no, I think she's on her Xbox. I don't know. She goes back and forth. She has a PS5 and an Xbox, so she plays them both. But I think she's on the Xbox because she likes that more. But she does play her PS5 because we already told her, you wanted a PS5, we got you it. You don't play it. If you don't start playing it, we're gonna take it away because that costs money for it to just sit there and do nothing. So she's been playing it a lot more often. But anyway, but yeah, I made his ackee and saltfish. He's on his way to work. I always make a Sunday dinner. That's a tradition in my family. I come from a family of 10. I'm baby number 10. Yeah, yeah. My mom had 10 kids. Unfortunately, I only got 2 because I didn't want no more than that. But she taught me real well how to cook. And every Sunday was our big dinners. And when we had food to prepare, my mom did make a big Sunday dinner. So that's always been stuck with me. So I'm up right now, about to prepare some shrimp and chicken fried rice with some crab and cream cheese wontons. So let me get that started. I'm on low energy this morning. Low energy because I haven't been really eating much because I've been doing my Fit Body boot camp that I got to do in the morning. So that I'm doing. So I haven't really been eating much. They say to eat a lot of protein, but I just haven't really been having that much of an appetite. But anyways, let me get started because I'll be here talking all damn day. But yeah, so I sent him away with his ackee and his saltfish, and he gets off work at 5:30, so he'll have a nice meal when he comes home, when he gets off of work. But anyways, this is my favorite Japanese knife, cleaver, whatever you want to call it. It does everything. It chops, peels, it does everything. This is all in one. But anyway, let me get started. Let me get my chicken. I'm going to use some some chicken breast tenders. I'm gonna chop that up. First, I'm gonna wash it though. Black folks wash their meat all the time, every meat. So I'm gonna wash that real quick. I'm just saying, I'm gonna wash that real quick. Cut up some lime. Wash it off with. Yes, I wash my meat with lime or vinegar. And I ran out of vinegar. I need to do another order. Oh shoot, I don't have no paper towel. Alexa, where's my order? 10 p.m. I need to be getting here earlier. But anyway, let me wash this damn chicken off. It'll be here earlier. It'll be here way before 10 p.m. Wash my chicken real good. I'm just washing my chicken, you guys. Water and lime, cleaning it off. Just I'm gonna dice it up real good. And season it with my seasons. And I already had the shrimp already right here thawing out. There's the shrimp. I got colossal shrimp. I like them big. I don't like no small ass shrimp shit. But anyway. Oh, you know what I need? I wonder if my wok. Where's my wok at? I think I threw that away. If I'm not mistaken. Did I throw my wok away? I think I threw my wok away. I had a wok, but I think it was rusting, so I threw it away. So I'm going to use my Dutch pot. Oh, let me take out my rice. Here's rice that I did yesterday before when I had got off of work. I boiled the rice. It's better with day-old rice instead of having fresh rice because I don't know, it just makes the dish, fried rice, taste better. But I have this that I cooked yesterday and I bagged it up. But I'm going to take that out. But let me give my Dutch pot. I have to use this because I don't know. I think I threw away the wok. I can't remember, but I think I threw it away. Anyway. Let me see. Let me open my blinds to my kitchen. See if that helps a little bit. Yeah. Blood clot. My backyard. Oh. My backyard dusty. But anyway. Let's get started. Get that on. Get that all hot and heat it up. Hold on. I'll be right back. To put my kitchen mats down. These are nice and cushionable from when I'm standing here. I wiped them down real good this morning. And I cleaned. They smell lemony, like lemon pine salt. Put a bag Always got a bag for trash, for extras. Let that heat up. Where's my sesame oil? Did I take that out? Oh, yeah. Well, while this heats up, a little bit of water in there. When that's done kind of heating up, I'm going to throw in some sesame oil. And yes, I only have a little bit left, but this is some strong ass sesame oil, and all you need is a little bit. See that corner? All you need is a couple of drips, and I'm gonna mix with oil when I fry my chicken and when I saute the chicken and the shrimp. But this is called Kadoya roasted sesame oil, but this shit is strong, and I like sesame oil. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like the sesame taste like that. Like, I like it for a little bit of flavor. Like, I don't mind having that little bit of a taste, but I don't like it to be overpowering. And this is this oil is strong. Trust me, it's strong. But anyways, let me dice my chicken up. I like this cutting board because it has a if my knives ever get dull, it has a knife sharpener on it. All right, I'm chopping up my washed chicken. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Because I'm gonna use this pan to saute the vegetables and everything else in it. So I'm going to say hi. I'm making a video. How they gonna see you? Go on in there like this and say hi. That's my daughter. Hi. She's shy. Sometimes. But anyways, I'll just do everything in this. My cast iron skillet. Rinse that out. Turn this one off. Turn this one on. Alright, anyway, let me finish dicing up my chicken so I can season it. Add it to the pan with that sear. Then I'll add the shrimp. And then into this pan, I'm just going to add the vegetables, the onion, the garlic, and then the egg, all that. Back in the bowl. Sink. What's that like? I gotta wash. I'm gonna season my chicken, black pepper, crushed red pepper. I like my stuff spicy, and so does my husband. But wee. That red pepper just hit me in the throat. Garlic powder. And yes, you can put whatever seasoning you want in your fried rice. Over here in my household, we like our things seasoned real well. We don't like no bland fried rice. And yes, you don't need that much salt because the soy sauce is going to add a little flavor. Not flavor, we're going to add some salt for you. But if you want to put salt, you can. I'm using sea salt, so I'll probably just use like a small pinch for the chicken. And then I'm going to use, let me waste my water. Some Chinese 5 spice, give it a little flavor. Give it that little bless me. Yeah, this I like this. I really like this Chinese 5 spice. It smells so good. Cinnamon, star anise, fennel, cloves, ginger, licorice, Szechuan peppercorn, and white peppers in this. And this one's by Dynasty, Chinese 5 spice. So yeah. I'm gonna mix that up, get that sauteed. Chinese fried rice is simple. It is simple. I mean, you can throw whatever you want in your fried rice. My fried rice is gonna have chicken and shrimp. I like to saute some onion, chop some onion up with some garlic. I already have some minced garlic already ready to go, so I don't have to chop none up. But yeah, I like to put a little bit of flavor in mine. But yes, that seasoned up. Monty. Monty, bring me one of those rags that your grandpa brought us from Jamaica. The Jamaican rags. Yeah, please. I like those better so I can dry my hands because I'm waiting for Amazon to bring us some paper towels. Should have just got the damn car and went to Walgreens and got some, but yeah, being lazy. Yeah. Thank you. Use this to dry my hands because I don't have no paper towel right now. I'm waiting for Amazon to bring me my order. But anyway, let me wash my cutting board off. So I'm going to use this in a minute. Alright, y'all, I'm about to add a little bit of sesame oil, a little bit, to the pan. Like I said, this is strong, so all you need is a little bit, and then some regular canola oil. And you don't need much. Ooh, I can smell it. As soon as that sesame oil hit the pan, I smell it. Ooh. That's why I said you need a little, because this one is strong. I hate when he does that. My husband opened this and he leaves instead of taking it off, he leaves it on. I like to take it off. But anyway, throw that in. And I'm gonna throw my seasoned chicken in, get that sauteed. And I clean up as I go. So I don't like no dirty kitchen. So let me rinse this off to begin with, because I already have washed this off. I wish we had smell-o-vision. I really wish I could smell how this smells. It smells good. So anyways, like I was saying, I got my my Fit Body Boot Camp class tomorrow. It starts at Is it 4? Yeah, it starts at 4 a.m. From 4 a.m. to 4:30. So I like to do my workouts and get them done. And I have to do 3 sessions this week because I signed up for the Fit Body summer program where you have to do 3 training sessions a week. So my days off are Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and every other Wednesday. So I schedule myself. This week, I go back to work Thursday, so I schedule myself Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for 4 a.m. So I'll do my 3 trainings on my day off. Yeah, on my days off because I work 12, so sometimes I have 3 days off, sometimes I have 4, but every other week I work a Wednesday. This week I worked Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because I took Saturday off. Usually I would have been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I would have worked 4 12s this week, but I took Saturday off so I could take time to myself and do some stuff and work my second job, make some extra money. Anyways, let me get this chicken stirred up. Yeah, my paper towel rack lonely. It's coming. It's coming, Amazon. Saute my chicken. Ooh, that's got a nice smell. I love the smell. A little bit of sesame oil is going to give it a nice flavor. But yeah. Set that there. Oh man. Oh. Anyways, how's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's blessed and highly favored. I am. I hope everybody thank God this morning. I thank him every day. Sometimes even if I forget, I go back and I re-thank him several more times. And he knows me because he created me. So he knows that I'm not intentionally forgetting to thank him. But I do, especially when you have a busy lifestyle. And there's no excuse to praise God and say thank you for life and everything that he's given you. Because I'm definitely thankful for life and everything he's given me. Especially everything that I have been through. But I'm definitely thankful, blessed, and highly favored for sure. Definitely for sure. But anyways, I can't wait till this done. I'm actually while I'm sauteing this, kind of chopping up a little bit of these big chunks that I left. I didn't realize, I thought they were gonna shrink, but these ones ain't shrinking. So I'm gonna chop them just a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit, just a big chunk. There's small chunks in here, but just the real humongous ones I'm chopping. Turn my fire up a little bit. This smells amazing. I swear I wish these cameras had smell-o-vision because this smells good. I wish I could smell this. But anyways, y'all, I'm down, let's see. I lost 25 pounds on my own. Well, you can't really see it because we don't have not much light. So let me go here. But yeah, I lost 25 pounds on my own. I started my first training class last week. I did 4 classes last week. I did 2 on Monday last week, and then I did Tuesday and Wednesday. So I did 4 training, and man, when I tell you, woo! Them trainings ain't no joke. Them coaches ain't no joke. They really make you move. They don't give a damn. They make you work it out. Now, they're sweet and sincere, and they give you time to do it your way, but they make you do it their way. Oh, my God. And then there was these blocks that they stacked where you have to jump up and then jump down. I looked at all these skinny motherfuckers jumping up and jumping down. I said, now, you know damn well you're going to have to take one of them blocks off for me. So he did. He started laughing, but he did. So I jumped up on it, which wasn't bad, but I jumped up on it. But there's different stations that you have to do. There's weights, there's ropes, there's They make you lift your body up, and I'm like, dude, I can't lift this big body up, but I did. I did. So I'm interested. Every day was something different. All 3 days were something different. So I'm interested in seeing what we're going to be doing tomorrow, because I got worked out last week. All them 4 days. Oh my God, when I laid down and got up for work the next day, oh, my body was so, I felt like I got hit by 2 semis, 5 F-350s, and 6 City of Tucson dump trucks. I'm not even playing. I felt like I got hit hard because my knees was hurting so bad. My shoulders was hurting so bad. Even in here, my chest cavity was hurting so bad because the weights. And then I like to challenge myself, because he put one weight on for us to lift. It's like this pole with these weights, and then you lift them up to your chest, and then you squat and bring them down. He had put one on. I was like, this old light ass thing. So I told him, put 2 more on. Challenging myself. Biggest mistake I made in my life. He said 2. I said put 2 more on. So he put 2 more on. Oh my God. I did it. Don't get me wrong. It was heavier. Don't get me wrong. But my whole chest up here was hurting. So I'm kind of excited and interested to see what we're going to do this weekend. I'm excited for my weight loss, because remember, I used to be 325 pounds. So I think I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good. And a lot of it I lost on my own. I still got this belly to get rid of, but you know, that's to be expected. I do have kids, so no excuses. No excuses, though. No excuses. Kids is no excuses. But yeah. And I'm 5'10", so I've always been a big, solid girl. I've never been big and sloppy. I've always been big and solid. I've always had a gut, but it's never been something that overhangs. Even when I was 325 pounds, my gut never went past this. That's all I'm going to tell you. It never went past this. So, but yeah, but I plan on losing at least 20 more pounds before this cruise, because I bought a lot of my clothes, majority of my clothes that I bought a size smaller. So I have to get into them, because I'm not spending no more money to get in them clothes. So I have to. So I got to watch everything I eat. That's why I say yesterday I didn't really eat too much, because I have to. Actually, I didn't really eat much at all. So I have to watch what I eat and stuff, because just because people think because you're a big girl, you have a big appetite. I've never really had a big appetite like that. Oh, I felt that pop all the way over here. Okay. But yeah, so look at this. Sauteing real well. After this browns up a little bit, because I wanted to get a little bit brown, I'm going to throw in my shrimp. I set this aside, throw in my shrimp. I guess I could transfer back in this. Nice and clean. Oh. While I'm sitting up here talking, I need to be peeling these shrimps. And I tell you, my husband likes to tail long. That's because he's Jamaican. He chew his damn shrimp with the shell long, the tail long, all that. Not me. I can't do it. See, and even though these are deveined, you see that little poop thing? I'm going to clean these off real good, because they don't clean them real good. You still got to get in there and do your thing. You still got to get in there and do your thing. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Get in there and do my thing. Because I still see some poop. The poop sack. That's what they call it. Yeah. So, these shrimp strong. They not spoiled. They real oceany. Could taste all, I mean, you could smell all the sea up in these. Yeah. Anyway. Get that done. After I do the fried rice, I'm going to do the... Who's that? Damn cat in the backyard jumping over my fence. Going into the alley, I guess. Yeah, once I de-shell these, I'm gonna wash these off real good, cause turn that off. I don't want them to burn. Turn that off while I peel the rest of these shrimps. See what I'm saying? You see that? That's why, you guys, when you peel your shrimp, even though they say they cleaned and deveined, they're not. Because I clearly see it right here. Because I'm peeling it and they are deveined, right? But they're not. Because look. Look, you see that? Gotta wash this shit. Oh. Even this one. Look, you can see it. You can see it. That is so gross. That is so gross. I see why a lot of people don't eat shrimp. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I'm not gonna think about that because these motherfuckers about to be real tasty in my fried rice. Real tasty. All right, let me make sure I got all the, nope. Some of these damn shrimps be high and like they don't want to be peeled. Thought I had all of them. Yep, there go another one. High and don't want to be peeled. Yep, there go another. Let me see, I think I got them. Nope. Did not. I think I did this. Every time I think I got them, peeled them all, I find one that needs to be deveined. I mean, that needs to be peeled. Oh, there go another. All right. Yeah, let me wash these off real quick. These right here is not clean. These is not clean for sure. Ah, there go another one. I need to be peeled. I thought I peeled them all. Looked like I did, but I didn't. All right, I'm gonna wash the ass off of these. Oh. Another one. All right, y'all. Washed and cleaned. Cleaned and washed. So I'm gonna actually turn this back on and then transfer the chicken. Fried chicken. That oil smells delicious. I don't know if it's because the seasons is stuck into it, but I'm gonna put a little bit more of. I've seasoned the shrimp too. Chinese 5 spice. Again, I'm gonna use soy sauce, but still gonna put teeny pinch. Yeah, that's enough. On my shrimps. Some garlic. Alright, once I fry the shrimp, I'm gonna put a little, just a paprika for the shrimp, just a tad. And then onion powder. Onion. My mama used to say onion. Okay. Let me see. I hate shrimp sometimes because they hold a lot of moisture. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna season these. Throw that in. Y'all hear that sizzle? Yeah, yeah. I need some dish soap. Alexa, can we order some Gain dish soap? I ain't hear nothing that hoe said. Oh, hold on. She talking back. Alexa, what dish soap do you have on sale?
Here are the top Amazon deals on dish soap. Parthenos Travel Soap Case. Liquid soap containing with lid. It's $7.97 after $2.02 in savings. You can live in one today. You can save at the price.
Alexa, what Dawn dish soap do you have on sale?
I cannot find any deals on that. To shop for your top deals, just ask Alexa, what are my deals?
Alexa, top deals on dish soap. Oh, but anyways, guys.
Top Amazon deals on dish soap. Parthenos Travel Soap Case. Liquid soap containing with lid. It's $7.97.
I'm not paying $7 for that. Buy, girl, buy. Anyway, I'll go to Walgreens. I should have just went and picked up my paper towel. I'm sitting here waiting on the order, but I'll go to Walgreens and buy some. Anyways, I'm gonna chop up some onion, and then throw my peas and stuff in because the fried rice is almost done being made. I'm gonna cook the shrimp. Let me see. Show y'all the shrimp cooking. Ooh, don't mind my stove. I'm gonna wipe it down. That's the shrimp. Cook it up. Wipe this down. But anyways, you guys, I found this soy sauce at the store the other day. I'm gonna try it. I know it's sweet soy sauce for rice. But my husband, again, island man, he eats a lot of rice, so he may like this. But I'm gonna try this on my fried rice because a little sweet and savory, that don't never hurt nobody. But I redid my hair yesterday. You can't tell, they're crochets though, but I can do my hair any style. Oh my God, I think I braided it a little too tight because when I was sleeping last night, it was so uncomfortable. I forget when I'm braiding how heavy-handed I am. That's why my daughter be like, ow, ow, ow. And then my son, when he comes over and gets his hair braided, he be like, Mom, can you loosen up a little bit? And I don't even think that I'm braiding tight, but I guess because I'm so heavy-handed or whatever. But anyways, oh, my Dutch pot is heating up. So let me just throw a little bit of sesame in there. Just a little. I still got a corner left. That's all I need for some good flavor. And a little bit of Wesson. little bit of canola oil. Just so I can get started on chopping up my onion. Put the sesame oil back. Because once I'm done with that, I'm going to start my wonton, which I made the mixture yesterday for it. And then here's my wonton wrappers. So, I'll get back my cutting board. There's my onion. Is this it? Where's the one that I had? I think this was it. And then my garlic. I don't want them too overcooked because they still gonna cook. You just turn them over and let them brown on the other side. Because you can't overcook shrimp. Shrimp be getting too. Shrimp get rubbery real quick if you overcook it. That's gross. Alright, y'all. I'm going to chop up my onion. Real quick. Wash this off. Yes, I wash off everything. I see some people, and that's their preference, but how I grew up, we washed everything. I see some people take the husk, the onion right off the husk and just chop it up and use it like that. I can't. I got to make sure my shit washed. Excuse me for a minute. Oh, that tastes delish. Token cook, token cook. Yes, that's what I'm doing, token and cook. But anyway, but yeah. And it's so funny, you guys, because while I'm talking about token and cooking, people always assume because my husband's Jamaican, he smokes weed. Not even a slight bit. I could barely get that man to have a damn sip of alcohol. He don't drink. He don't smoke. I can't say he don't drink because he drinks simply on occasions. But he's not a drinker. Now, I'll have a glass of wine in a minute. And as you can see, I will toke in a minute. But he doesn't do none of that. And I have to tell people, no, he don't smoke. And that's what people get when you stereotype. Thinking because you're Jamaican. And yes, a lot of Jamaicans do smoke. A lot of them do. Majority of them do. Because, you know, when we go to Jamaica, everybody, a lot of people in his family smoking, and I'm amongst them. But anyway, but yeah, he doesn't smoke, so he don't smoke. And that's good because, you know, we kind of even each other out. Just like he's quiet and I'm kind of rowdy, we even each other out. We do. I'm a Scorpio. He's a Libra. I know they say those signs ain't compatible, but we've been married 16 years. We compatible. Shit. But, yeah. But anyways, there's my onion. I'm throwing in my onion. I chopped that up right here. And that's going in. Hello to you too, Dutch Pot. Dutch Pot said, look, didn't you just use me the other day? Tired of your ass. I love my Dutch Pot. Love my Dutch oven. It's been a while, but I like his dad, and we've had these for years. But these pots his dad brought us from Jamaica. But when we go back to Jamaica, we're gonna get some more because I need some bigger ones. But I love these. We've had these for years. How old is my daughter? My daughter is gonna be 12 years old. So we've had these since she was like 4, and they still going. And his dad brought that. He actually been out here recently, but he hasn't been out here too recent. But he did bring those from Jamaica when he came out. So, and the last time he came, he brought me a couple boxes of them good old beef patties. Woo-hoo! Them was gone. Them was gone. Trust me. When I say them box of beef patties did not last at my house, they did. They did not last. Anyway, I'm sauteing my onions. I'm gonna need. Let me take this shrimp out. In here. Real shit. I'm gonna need a bigger spoon because I don't have my wok. I swear to God, I think I threw it away because it was getting rusty. But let me put my bag that I'm using for trash. Let me get this. Soak my cast iron. Yes, I grabbed it hot, but I grabbed it quickly, and I can handle a little bit of heat. I've been cooking since I was 9 years old, so a little bit of heat don't bother me. My daughter asks all the time, "Mom, that don't hurt?" A little bit, but not a lot. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I am used to it. We got a heat warning here today in Arizona, so I didn't check to see what temperature. I ain't going nowhere anyways until tonight, so I will be in my house. My AC right now on 70, so. Wipe my stove down. You know how that oil pops? I hate that. I clean and wipe down as I go. I clean, wipe down as I go. Yeah. I clean and wipe down as I go. I clean and wipe down as I go. Yeah. Oh shit. Got the overflow the cast iron. Anyway, so there's that. Let me get my eggs out. Ooh, perfect. I was kind of pissed the other day because I like brown eggs. I mean, I use white eggs too, but I like brown eggs, and I paid like $6 or $7 for these. I was so mad. I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna do what my mama did, because you know my mama a Texas girl. My mama was, may God bless her soul, but she was from Italy, Texas. So we was the only kids in the hood that had chickens in their backyard. And my mama used to be like, go on out there and to see if them chickens done laid some eggs, girl, so we can have some food, some breakfast to eat. And I'll be like, you want me to do what? But she was a country girl. She was a country girl, and she made us go out there. And my daddy, who was from Oklahoma, made us go out there, kill them chickens, wring them necks. He would get a hot pot of water, and he would do it outside. He would get the grill. He would put start the grill, put a big old hot boiling pot of water. And and I used to hate it, but I knew we was going to eat, and we was going to eat good. So I ain't had no problem wringing that neck. So we would go get the chickens, chase the chickens down, catch one, wring the damn chicken neck. Once we wring the chicken neck, my daddy used to have that big old pot of boiling water out there on the grill, and he would dip the chicken in, and then he just take it and start plucking the feathers off, and then he'll cut it up, take out the guts, clean it up, and then of course he'll take it into my mama, and she'll wash it off, and I'll go in there and help. That's why I cook a lot. That's why I love to cook, because I was always in the kitchen learning how to do something. But yeah, so anyways, what was I doing? Oh yeah. So I'm going to saute my pea. Oh, let me put some garlic in there first. I had a jar of minced garlic, and the jar was, I don't know if it came busted or what, but it was leaking, so I transferred all of it to my little Ziploc bag here. But add a little bit of minced garlic in there. the way them onions look while they sweating. I got the stove on low. I'm gonna open, some people use frozen peas. I don't like to use the frozen peas, and that's just my preference. Frozen peas to me taste frozen. They taste frosted. They just got a whole different taste than the can. I mean, it's better to actually use fresh stuff, like I said, because the way we grew up everything fresh. Now nothing's fresh, but anyway, I'd rather use the canned ones. If you prefer to use the bag of frozen peas, you can do. I know you not can opener. Not today. Not today. Not today. Okay? Let's go and get it together. Come on, man. But that's your preference. If you choose to use the bag, that's totally fine. But me, I like the can. Look. I ain't got time for this today. This mother right here. Yeah, it's time for a new one. See, my electric one broke. So I went back to using the old school one, which was working good, but I done used it so much, it's just starting to give up. So now it done open like 3 holes. Okay, let me try it again. Come on, girl. I ain't got all day for this. You know, the onions is over here sweating. They're waiting for you to come on in. The garlic said, come on, girl. Please don't let me have to get a knife, because I ain't got... We ain't got all day. We ain't got all day. Yeah. Faster to do the damn knife. Jesus Christ. So I'm going to drain them, and then I'm also going to rinse them off too, because I don't like that brininess from the can. The little solution it sits in to keep the carrots and the peas preserved. I don't like that brininess. I rinses that off. But anyway, so throw that in. Let that saute. Some people throw I let my stuff saute together a little bit so all the flavors can mesh and marry. But anyways, you guys, so growing up, when I was a kid, I was diagnosed with cancer. As a little kid, I think I was 8 getting ready to turn 9. Yeah, I was actually 8 getting ready to turn 9. And I remember my big ass couldn't get over a wall. And my daddy, he was on the other side, so he was like, come on, girl, come on, I'll get you. So he picked me up over the wall, and he noticed there was like this knot, this bump on my arm. And he was like, what is this? So he asked my mama, and my mama was like one of those, we won't get into I'm just not going to get into the history of her. We just didn't have that. She taught me a lot of things, but we still didn't have that great of a relationship. But anyways, he asked her, because he looked, and he was like, that ain't normal. He seen it wasn't normal, so he asked her what it was. And she chunked it off as a mosquito bite, right? And then I guess over the, where are my eggs? I'll get back to the story in a minute. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like a lot of eggs in my fried rice. So I'm going to use 2, maybe 3. There's 2 left in this carton. I got a whole new carton in there, but I'm just going to eyeball it and see how much it gives me. My husband likes a lot of eggs, and I don't. So I'm going to try to even it out to where there's not a lot, but enough. You understand what I'm saying? So, but anyways, back to the story. So I guess over the weeks, the bump was getting bigger and bigger, and it was my dad who noticed it. And so finally, and yes, I chopped I put my eggs in with my vegetables, but my vegetables are on the corner to themselves while the eggs are frying on their own. But so over the weeks it got bigger, and then I'll show you guys right now. But anyway, over the weeks it got bigger, and so finally my mom decided to make me an appointment. We ended up going to the doctor, and lo and behold, we ended up doing some x-rays and stuff, and the doctor was examining it. I already knew something wasn't right, because the way they was looking at it and touching on it and examining it and kept sending me to x-rays and then I had to get a biopsy where they had to take a piece of the tissue out and test it to see what it was. Like, as a kid, you know, you're not dumb. Like, I know this is not just a mosquito bite, right? So, I'll do one more E, one more. But, so I end up having cancer, right, in my arm, my right arm. It had, don't get me to listen, y'all. Listen, I'm going to tell you this, because like I said, I'm blessed and I'm highly, highly, highly favored. Because not a lot of people live and get cancer to tell the story about it, right? And this happened when I was 9, and I'm 42 years old now and still able to live to tell the story, to talk about it. So yes, I'm blessed and highly favored. Do I like to talk about it? No. Do I cover up my arm a lot? Yes. And I'm going to tell you why I cover up my arm. And I'm going to show you guys my arm. But anyways, this is and the reason why I'm telling you a story, because this falls into my exercising and my training and stuff. And how the coaches is like, damn, you ain't got no muscle in that arm, but you're able to lift these weights and do. God is good. God is good. That's all I'm gonna say. But this is my arm, and before I get to showing you fully, I used to be embarrassed a lot, to show my arm. Oh, let me show y'all real quick. I'm just going story to story. So there's the egg, there's the vegetables, and there's the eggs. I'm frying up the eggs, and then after I'm done frying that up, I'm gonna throw in the meat and then the rice and all that stuff, and then the soy sauce. But I used to be embarrassed to show it because I didn't like people staring. They used to irritate me because it's like, what the fuck is you looking at? Like, if I see somebody with a disability or a deformity or anything like that, I'm not gonna be like, because that's rude and disrespectful, and I was taught and I was raised better than that, right? And I was always taught, if you have a question, don't be ashamed or afraid to ask, but ask in a nice and polite way. And if they don't tell you, they don't tell you. Maybe they don't feel comfortable telling you, right? But, you know, just don't stare, right? Just don't stare. So growing up, and even to this day, I still cover my arm. Like, I don't even, like, all the bathing suits that I bought to go on my cruise, I bought throwovers, because to this day I'm still not comfortable showing my arm because people do stare, and I'm not in the mood to cuss your ass out, because I will, and I will be real quick to ask you, what the fuck is you looking at? Really? What the fuck is you looking at? But so I'm gonna show y'all my arm. So this is my arm, right? So as you can see, it's thin. And I'm gonna tell you something really, really crazy, because my brother growing up used to make fun of me, and I didn't like it. But now I laugh about it. He used to call me Popeye, the Sailor Man, and I didn't think the shit was funny back then. And then we used to get in war over that. We used to war over that. When I say we used to war, and let me tell you, I'm baby number 10, and I don't let myself. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't none of my brothers and sisters play with me. That's all I'm gonna say. But now I don't give a shit. We laugh and talk about it. But my arm doesn't have a muscle, and it does not bend all the way. You know, it bends, but not all the way, right? It has like that little curve in it. And the reason being that is because my mom, lazy ass, growing up, after I had my surgery and they removed the cancer, they actually removed my muscle, and underneath my arm, they removed all my lymph too. So I have a big long scar underneath here. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes all the way up underneath there. So I don't have no lymph nodes. I don't have no muscle. But believe it or not, though, my mom, she just never. I was going to physical therapy after they removed the cast. My mom had a schedule. The doctor, not my mom, had a schedule to go into physical therapy. But my mom did take me to, I remember going to maybe 1 or 2 sessions, and it hurt. It hurt so bad, and I was screaming, hollering. I guess she got sick of me screaming and hollering, so she stopped taking me, which is the reason why my arm didn't straighten out all the way had she kept taking me to physical therapy. So I've learned to accept that, you know, and I'm not blaming her, but I am. You understand? Because if I knew my daughter or any one of my kids had physical therapy, and I knew it was going to help their arm straighten back out, because it was in a cast for so long, so when it healed up right, and it was like this. So, but I straightened out more than what it should. But I think if she would have kept going, And I'm not mad. May God rest her soul. You know, my mom wasn't the greatest mom, but she did what she could. But I think it would have been straight, like my arm here. You know, you can see the difference. It's not straight all the way like this one is, but it, you know, but I'm gonna tell you this: don't let that fool you. Just because I don't have a muscle doesn't mean that I'm weak, right? Now, I am weak in some aspect when it comes to lifting heavy things, but this arm used to knock bitches out. You better ask my best friend Lee, because she used to tell you growing up, when we used to get in a fight, I used to knock people out with this arm. It's because I don't have no feeling, so it's all dead weight. So when I'm swinging, I swing hard. I'm already heavy-handed, so when I'm coming, right? So I literally would lay people out, and it's not because people used to start shit growing up, and I never was a shit starter. I would finish the shit starting, right? Because back in the day, I feel like if you're going to run up on me, you better know what you're doing, because I didn't let myself from nobody. I didn't care if you was a man, woman. I didn't care who you was. But, and it has to do with, I'm going to throw in the rice. I just threw, because I'm talking. I was telling y'all about my arm, so I'm sorry. I just threw in the chicken and the shrimp. I'm about to throw in the rice right now and mix it all up. But I'm going to put this over here. But what was I going to say? And this is the rice that I made yesterday. That I bagged up. But, ooh, I like the tenderness of this rice. But this all falls into, when I was doing, what was I doing? What the hell were they called? Not the swimmers, because swimmers, you're laying on the ground with your legs, kind of up, cocked up in the back, like you're swimming on the ground, right? Not those. I was doing, I forgot what it's called, but I was doing an exercise where you had to lift a lot, and he was like, oh, you have a shoulder injury. And I said, no, it's not a shoulder injury. I don't have a muscle. I had cancer growing up, and they removed my muscle. And he was like, okay. He said, I see, that's why you can't. And I said, yeah. And I said, because I was trying to lift the weight, and my arm, like, this arm is strong. It can lift so much, but when it gets tired, my brain sends a signal to my arm like, you can't do that, girl. And it starts shaking. So he seen that, and he was like, oh, you know, trying to give me different ways where I can do it. And I told him, no matter what, I'm not going to be able to lift so much, but I can try. And I said, I've always tried with this arm, and I always challenged this arm. So so he was shocked, though, when I was doing a lot of the training and the weightlifting. He was shocked as much as me not having a muscle. He was like, wow, I can't believe you could even lift this heavy or this much with not having a muscle. So that's why I say God is good. Count your blessings. I'm blessed and highly favored. Count your blessings, because, again, I am a cancer survivor, right? And a lot of people didn't live to tell their tale of why they have this scar or why they have this, or, you know. So, you know, I'm blessed and highly favored. But back to me being embarrassed. I used to be embarrassed showing my arm, but I'm not embarrassed like that anymore. Like, like, I still cover up. I still wear my t-shirts and stuff, and I still cover up. But let me take these gloves off real quick, because they are all messy. Let me rinse off my hands. So I can stir up this rice, and then I'll start the wontons and show y'all how I do that. But anyway, now if somebody's looking, I'll be like, what's up? Oh, you guys, I like to use this one. It's a Japanese soy sauce, and it's called Tamari soy sauce. It just has a great flavor, and it tastes like, I don't know, it just has like this umami flavor. Yeah, you just have to try it and see what I'm talking about. But ooh, I can smell it too. I can smell the soy sauce. But now if I wear something shorter, like, I still cover it up, but sometimes my arm does peek out, and sometimes people do see, and some people do ask, and I'd rather you ask me than to stare, right? Because you asking, you'll get a better response than what the fuck are you looking at? Because if you're staring at me, that's rude. And I know that what you're staring at. Just ask me what happened. Like, some people do, hey, do you mind? Or some guy was like, ooh, I like your scar. And I looked at him like, what? You like my scar? What are you talking about? And then he was like, the scar on your arm. I was like, dude, that scar is from when I had cancer. And he was just like shocked. He was like, really? He was like, I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean, he just thought it was really cool because people don't, you'll have a scar and people don't know the story. It could be, you can have a teeny scar, but some people have a reason or a history behind why they got that scar, whether it's this big or this big, right? So, but I explained it to him, and then he was like, well, you are blessed, you know. And I was telling him, yeah, I am blessed. I am blessed. And I say that all the time to people. I'm blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored. And people, we live in a world now where people are just so on edge about every fucking thing. And I'm kind of like tired of it. Like, I won't even get into politics, but it has a lot to, ooh, I'm out of this one. It has a lot to do with who we have as our president too, but I ain't gonna get into politics. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. That's a little bit of my story. Y'all learn a little bit about me more as we go along, as my channel grows, as it grows. Right now, I only have 4 little subscribers, but 4 is better than none. 4 is better than none. And again, thankful, blessed, and highly favored for real. These glasses is getting on my nerves. I just got these weeks ago, and I got another pair in there, but they keep sliding. I'm gonna have to go take these back to, I got these at Eyeglass World. I'm gonna have to take these back to go get them adjusted. I'm waiting for my Ray-Ban Meta glasses to get here because we're going on a trip, and we're going on a cruise, and we're going to 3 different parts of Mexico. I'm gonna add a little bit more soy sauce to this, but we're going to 3 parts of Mexico, and I don't want to be walking around with none of our iPhones. Yes, I may have my iWatch on and stuff, but I don't want to be walking around with none of our phones. I just don't, you know. I just want to keep safe and be safe as much as possible. I don't want to be taking none of my flashy jewelry. I may take a few of my, of course, I'm gonna have my diamond ring and stuff with me. That's my wedding ring, but I'm not gonna be taking all our other. I told my husband too, we're not gonna be walking around flashy. We're just gonna be normal, simple people. We're gonna be on a cruise ship anyways, and I don't plan on going off the beaten path like that. I plan on staying close to the cruise ship because I don't play them games, because I ain't about to get left. There ain't nobody shore and nobody ocean on nobody's side of the road in Mexico. You ain't leaving me nowhere. So I'm making sure that where we do our excursions, they real close to the cruise ship. Because if I got to dive in that motherfucker to get to the cruise ship, I'll die, but you ain't leaving me. Guarantee you ain't leaving me. But anyways, y'all. But yeah. So I got my fried rice in here, and it's looking pretty delicious. Yeah. Look at that. I wish I had my wok though. My wok would have been better. But this looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna let it saute a little bit so all those seasonings can marry together. But anyways, y'all, so that's why when I see look at other people who've been through things, I sympathize a lot. And I can sympathize with people because I grew up a certain way and been through a lot of things, and you know, I just have a heart. I do. I'm a Scorpio, and I'm very, very loyal too. So I don't know. I've always been a protector. I've always been, even with my kids. My son, he's about to be 22 years old, and I still don't play about I just don't play. I don't play about mine. Don't play about mine. Especially, what the hell was that? Thought I heard something. See, y'all, we won't get into that. But I be hearing things, and I be seeing shit too, but I ain't gonna get into that. Especially where I work. Because, you know, I'm a CNA, so I'm dealing with dead people all the time. I see things, I hear things, but that's neither here nor there. But I can't wait. But anyway, so the fried rice is, I'm going to taste this, though. Let me taste this, because I didn't taste it. Woo, yeah. Okay, fried rice. Do your thing, fried rice. I said, do your thing, fried rice. That was pretty good. maybe a little bit more. That's it. No more soy sauce after that. I'm gonna use this one. I like this spoon for some reason with the holes in it. Switch my spoon out. Pow. There's this glare, probably because I have my my kitchen window open. I like natural light. You know what I like too? A lot of people have vents in their bathrooms. And a lot of the newer houses, I'm in an older house. Our house is mostly brick. I think this house was built in the late 80s, early 90s, something like that. But a lot of people have a vent in the window, and a lot of these new houses only have vents with no windows. But I'm so glad that my bathroom has a vent, not a vent, window where you can open it and let it air out, because I like the natural air. Even my window, even though my AC's on, when I made my bed this morning with my nice, fresh, clean sheets, I opened my window so it can air out. I just like fresh air, you know. It's just it's a different feeling to have a fresh air go through your house. But yeah. See, there's my window. I didn't open it though because the AC's on, and I think my bedroom windows. I think I left that open. I need my paper towel. I just feel like getting in my car and going to Walgreens, which is literally right up the street. But yesterday I was being lazy and was like, you know what, Amazon, you won't bring me some paper towels because I don't feel like going nowhere. But anyway, so the shrimp and chicken fried rice is done. I am going to put on some new gloves. Ooh. One more. Mmm. So good. All right, Top. Come on, yo. That's done. Beautiful. Now I'm going to get started on my crab wontons. Well, let me get some of these dishes washed out the way. But anyways, yeah, my Sunday dinner is almost done. So what I do when I get off work, normally I'd have been home already cleaning up. I barely got done cleaning or finishing mopping. But normally, where's my rag at? I love these rags. My husband's dad came from Jamaica not too long ago, and he bought us a bunch of these rags. They're just so sturdy. I just love them. I love them. I remember when me and my husband first met, funny, 15, 16 years. Hell, it's been such a long time, but we've been married for a long time too. When we first met, I remember him when he first came down to Tucson, and I picked him up at the airport, and we got home and was unpacking his stuff. He had these rags, and I love them. I don't know. They're just made differently. Like the material's just different. I don't know. I love them. But they come in all kind of different colors, and I have a bunch of different color ones, but I like these. I love these. But anyway, what was I doing? Oh, let me wash these dishes. Let me put some of these dishes away. I got to put this back right here because there ain't no space for it nowhere else. Let me put some of these dishes away before I get started on. Because I don't have a big kitchen, so I feel like I'm limited in space. I feel like when it's like things everywhere, it feels limited in space. It already is limited in space. You know what I'm trying to say. I feel like I don't have as much space. So, but yeah. So, but let me get these gloves on. I can get these other dishes washed, cleaned up, and then I want to get started on making these wontons, and that's the last thing I have. I mean, I can actually call my husband and see if he wants. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, no, this is it. Get this out the way. I'm saying limited space. I'm gonna have no counter space whatsoever to do nothing with in this small ass kitchen. Wash this out. I'm like, what is blocking my sink? Yeah. But anyways, y'all, yeah, that was a little bit about my arm. But so, and it's so funny. Here's another story too, real quick. Growing up as a kid, right? When I was growing up as a kid, because remember I was 8 years old. 8 getting ready to turn 9 when I first found out I had cancer, right? And I ended up turning 9 in the hospital recovering and stuff. But in school, the kids would ask what happened when they would see the scar. Because again, I always kept it covered up because I hated the questioning and I hated the answers. And kids just would always ask, what happened to your arm? What happened to your arm? And my dumb ass would always tell them I got shot. You know, I am from the hood. I am from Park, where I'm at, where I live here. So they'd be like, oh my God, you got shot? Let me see. And then I would show them. They'd be like, how cool. And they don't, and it's because I was so embarrassed as a kid to tell somebody I had cancer, because, you know, kids are cruel. And I didn't feel like whooping nobody ass for making fun of me for having cancer. I didn't feel like doing that, because kids are cruel, and kids are still cruel to this day. But, you know, back then, the grade of kids that I went to school with, oh, them motherfuckers was cruel, right? So I didn't feel like knocking the hell out of nobody, right? So I always just tell people I got shot, just to keep it simple. Because I didn't feel like explaining cancer. Because I remember I did that one time. One of the kids asked, and I told them I had cancer. And they was like, ew, you had cancer? And then they kind of like thought it was contagious or something. And I got pissed. I ended up hitting this motherfucker right in his throat. And I ended up getting suspended. I was in the 5th grade. I ended up getting suspended. But don't say I'm contagious and I'm gross and I'm telling you the truth of what really happened. And instead of telling you I got shot, he gonna say I'm contagious and got hit right in his goddamn trachea. So don't play with me. I ain't the one for it. But nowadays, again, like I said, when people ask, I just tell them what it is. I do. I tell them what it is. And if they have any more questions, I answer them to the best of my law, to my knowledge, right? But don't be getting too deep. Because, you know, I don't want to be giving strangers and people I don't know and people I barely met my whole life story. But I'm going to tell you the truth. You ask me what it is, and that's what it is. So, but anyway, let me get started on making my, yeah, put all this stuff back. I'm going to keep this out because I'm going to try this sweet soy sauce. And then I like to put this on top of my fried rice too. I love this. I want a chili crisp, but every time I go for the chili crisp be out of damn stock. Oh, and I ain't driving all the way to Lely's. That's all the way on the other side of town. And just to find the chili crisp. And I don't know if y'all know about Lely's, but Lely's is an international market. They carry everything: Jamaican products, African products, all the Asian products, all the Indian products. They carry everything. You go in the store, there's a Caribbean aisle, the Japanese aisle, the Chinese aisle, the Filipino aisle, all the aisles. You got every damn country aisle in there. So, and I love it. Oh, let me wash this. I forgot to wash out my pan while I'm sitting up here talking. And I need the oil still. So, but anyways, I'm getting ready to make these. Yeah, my crab wontons. And I actually, again, I think y'all don't know, I said in the beginning, I made the mixture yesterday so all the flavors can marry. But it is some cream cheese. I got some imitation crab in there. And again, yes, I do sometimes use the crab in the can, or I'll get my own crab legs and boil them and shred it up in there. But that goddamn crab in the can, I usually like to get the claw meat one in the can. Yeah, I'm not paying no $8 for a little small ass can, so I got the imitation one, which is this. They didn't have flakes, so I ended up getting the chunk style one, but I end up chopping it up real good, really small, so that way, you know, you're not tasting a bunch of imitation crab. But I chopped up some chives, some fresh chives that I put in there. I put some fresh chives in there. I put a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion. I like black pepper and everything, black folks. And what else did I put? Oh, and I took some onion and I shredded it on my little cheese grater, right? On the real small, you know, the one with the little teeny holes. Let me show y'all so you know what I'm talking about, so I'm not explaining like that. Where is it? Hello? Where is my grater? Oh, here it go. I had washed it out. So this part, you see how the holes are really small? I took the onion and I actually was grating the onion on this side so it's not real chunky into the mixture, so it can get that flavor. So I did that, put some onion in there. A little piece of onion and I grated it in there. But anyways, let me wash out this pot so I can open this and get my wontons to flowing. Let me get me a teeny bowl of water because I'm gonna need water to seal the ends. I'm gonna move this fried rice out the way because I think I'm gonna fry my wonton. I don't, you know, I cook on all the aisles. Actually, I really don't use the back ones too much. But it's my front 2 aisles that I use. But I like using this side the most for some reason. I don't know what it is about this side, but I like using that. And I hate when you clean something and you go back and see there's more oil. I didn't see that. But there we go. But anyways, let me wash this out. And then we'll start making the fried wonton. The fried wonton. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna use another pan because this may have to soak. This don't look like it's ready to be scrubbed up, dude. So I'm gonna let that sit on top of the microwave. Rinse my rag out. Ooh. My husband's gonna be happy when he comes home. Because he loves fried. He likes rice, period. He Jamaican. He like rice. Everything rice. Oh, let me show y'all this. And I'll come and make a video on the next meal I'm gonna make for him. Well, for my family in general, period. But I think in the next couple of days, either Tuesday or Wednesday. It just depends on how much fried rice is left because they eat the leftovers. I'm not a big leftover person. But I'm going to make some Japanese curry. And it's nothing like Jamaican curry. Total different flavor. This is more sweet. Yes, definitely is sweet. Because Jamaican curry definitely ain't sweet because I make that all the time. But I'll show you guys how to make this. And it's simple. But this is so good though. It is so good. We have a restaurant here in Tucson called Ikkyu. And it's far. It's all the way on the opposite side of town where I said the international market is, where I don't want to drive to. But sometimes we do drive out there. Well, we stop at this Japanese restaurant when we go in to that Lily's to get our products that we need. If the African store doesn't have it, if the African lady at the store doesn't have it, we'll go to Lily's to get our products. But a lot of the time she has all the good Jamaican products we need. But anyway, There's this restaurant there. It's called Ikkyu, and oh my god, that's the first time that I tasted the Japanese curry. It's sweet, but that shit was fire. But I learned how to make it on my own. That's why I say, you know what, I ain't buying this. I'm gonna make it on my own. But so I've made it so many times. They love it. They love it. They love it. But what was I doing? Oh, let me get my small pan out. Let me get my small pan out. Rinse that out. Let that heat up while I put together my wontons. My wontons. Wontons. All right, camera, we're going to come up over here because I'm going to make my wontons right now. Actually, I'm going to need my nice, beautiful cutting board for this. And I need my tray of water. I told my husband, go to the store and get some Glad, Glad, paper plates, 10-inch. Because I use all my 8.5 inches, but they don't hold much. And I use 10 inches because they hold a different variety of things and they're bigger. He gonna bring me these cheap ass foam. You can't send a man to the store. You send a man to the store, give them the specific thing. I can text it, mail it to him, email it, airmail, anything. Tell him over and over what it is, and he's still gonna bring something different. I said, what is we gonna do with these? But I see what I'm gonna do. I'm going to roll my wonton. Put my wontons together on them. Oh, how you open these? I'm gonna turn this fire low while I'm preparing these wontons. So I'm gonna do them all at once. Damn, see, I need my paper towel because I got a soap. It's all good. But anyway, let me cut this open. Anyways, y'all, but back to what I was saying. So, no, I'm not embarrassed anymore. Again, I still keep it covered up, but I'm not embarrassed. I see people staring and I give them a look like, hey, and then when I give them a look, they smile and I'll smile back. And if they don't ask, then they don't ask. But just don't stare. Simple as that. So I just added some of the mixture in the middle. Now what I do is I take water. This end's kind of folded. Let me try to unfold it. On both ends. And I seal it. Like this. Make sure they seal. Like this. Boom. I mean, I guess these paper plates can come in. Foam plates can come in handy. Take another little bit of the mixture. Stick it in the middle. Take some water on each of your ends. Oop, I didn't get no water on that one. And then clamp them together. Boom. See how it kind of, you see that? So I'm just going to put a little bit more water and make sure it's sealed. Boom. And again, and just repeat until you're done. I don't know how many of these. I'm going to try to use the whole thing because I don't want to have to. I don't have any more Ziploc bags. Oh, I got foil. I could foil it. Boom. Boom. That way I can get dinner done now. I've already showered, cleaned up. I can just lay down for a little bit. Watch some TV. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to catch up on all my shows that I haven't been catching up on because I've been at work so much. So that's what I'll do. That is what I will do. I will watch some TV shows. See what murder mysteries there is. You guys like murder mysteries? I love murder mysteries. I like watching the first 48, but what I really like watching is like those crime shows like 48 Hours. I love 48 Hours when they're trying to figure out who killed this person. I love the stories. I also love paranormal stuff. And I've always been into paranormal because, like I said, I have stories. I hate this cabinet. I don't know why it does that. I just love paranormal. I've seen things. I've heard things. I'm very in tuned. Very, very, very in tuned with everything. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But I love paranormal stuff, so I'll see if I can find something paranormal to watch or what else can I find to watch? I could find something paranormal to watch or something crimey to watch. But I want to watch, I want to see if Discovery Plus has, what's that one show? What is that one show? I forgot what it's called. But, oh, 90 Day Fiance. Oh, no, that doesn't come on until, I don't think that plays again until Wednesday. But we'll see. Whoa, that feels like a big chunk. Yeah, this one kind of chunk.